teachers or staff want to write a letter to an educational magazine, they have to first have it passed through the eyes of the superintendent. I think that policy has to go, and it should be wiped out because it's an abomination of the First Amendment. All right? With that being said, when I filed a right-to-know request with the district in January for the resumes and questionnaires of all candidates for vacant school board seats, my request was denied by Superintendent Cuddy. I then filed an appeal with the PA Office of Open Records. On March 13th, I was notified that my appeal was granted. The burden of proof fell upon the district to prove that I was not entitled to the record. A burden that no law firm heretofore did not meet. Since my statement will take more than 3 minutes, I will continue at the next meeting, and if necessary, the meeting after that. For what I have to say is akin to drinking fine wine. You sip and you savor every drop, rather than gulping it down. Not only did I win the appeal, the community won, democracy won, transparency won, while the totalitarianism permeating this district lost. Since holding a school board seat is a position that requires fiscal responsibility and spending millions of taxpayers' dollars, the community has every right to insist and to demand access to all relevant information, the candidate's educational background and work experience, so that the public, like the board, can intelligently question the candidates and have the opportunity to challenge the board as to why some candidates weren't even granted an interview, in spite of very impressive credentials. Since my appeal was granted, I can say that my point of view is consistent with settled law, which was settled decades ago in Harrisburg. Superintendent McCuddy wants to start a grassroots campaign to overturn the law. Let him knock himself out. In Superintendent McCuddy's letter to the editor, Bucks County Herald, April 10th, one can see firsthand compelling, substantial, transparent evidence of his mindset. He does not distinguish, as does the law, the difference between candidates seeking a vacant elected position, such as a school board seat, for which the public is entitled to obtain the resumes, as opposed to a vacant position for a staff member that gets paid, for which the public is not entitled to have their resumes. Why does he continually lump together these two distinct entities in the article opinion? If he can convince himself that the two entities are the same, which apparently he has, then while he legally controls the staff, he can now rationalize that he's allowed to control the board, that both entities are one and the same. And I'm going to continue next time. Okay, well, you go online. Final determination of the OOR. You go to openrecords.state.pa.us, searching for the docket number AP 2014-0240 from March 13th, and you can get a copy, which I have here. And if any teacher wants a copy, give it to them.
You're out of time, though.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Band, I typically don't comment on public comment,
Right.
but with all due respect, sir,
Okay.
I don't think it's fair that you level an accusation at me and my fellow board members that we're engaging in totalitarianism.
Oh, it wasn't for you. No. Certain individuals.
But the bottom line here is, and I'm not looking to have a debate,
Right.
but I don't think it's fair for the public to have a thinly veiled sort of accusation that we're engaging in some nefarious activity. I stand by Dr. McCuddy in this instance. Dr. McCuddy's human. He makes mistakes. I don't always agree with him. I'm the furthest thing from a rubber stamp for this administration, and he's laughing because he knows it. Okay? I fully agree with him in his denial of your right-to-know request, that we look at all right-to-know requests with an open mind. In this instance, we're in the information age where you have identity theft and all sorts of unfortunate things that can be done with personal information of candidates, particularly the ones who didn't make it to the final stage. We decided upon taking our solicitor's input to deny it. It was overturned. We immediately accommodated you once the DOR denied or granted your appeal. The bottom line here is the stated reasons that you have, and I respect the fact that you don't have nefarious motives either, Mr. Band, but for you to say that the public needs these documents because they can ask the candidate his questions is inconsistent with the process that we follow. The only people that are entitled to ask questions are board members. So so, one, you're mistaken that that information can be utilized in that context. Two, it's consistent with our policy. It's something that is within our realm, it's one of the prerogatives we have as a board is to appoint a replacement board member. And that's within our province. While we solicit comment, the public doesn't question. There's no need for the public to have this information in order for them to better question the candidates. And so all I'm saying to you is there's no totalitarianism, there's no conspiracy, there's no nefarious activity on this board. I respect every one of these board members, okay, and they would never engage in that type of conduct. This wasn't settled law according to our solicitors, and so I have to take issue with your statements. This is something you said to us because you like cliches. A man is entitled to his own opinion, but a man is not entitled to his own facts. And I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
I'm going to bring up some of these points that you bring up the next time. And as far as policy, one point, no policies are man-made.